Hello everybody, it's me, the Lonely Kaiser here. I'm just gonna be showing you a little guide on, how to basically be a better healer. If you're new or you don't really know how, I'm gonna be showing you what you should do. Now, watch me just kill Themis for the billionth time. The main thing I want to say is, just because you are a healer does not mean you always have to micromanage everyone. You don't just because you are technically a healer does not mean you always have to be healing everyone. There's a reason why they gave healers DPS buttons. It's just because, it makes fights easier. I messed up because I am a goofy goofball. But don't mind that. So if you're new to healing or you want to pick up healing, I'd say honestly, the best class to, start healing is basically White Mage, as it's simple and it really doesn't have a lot, what you gotta really worry about. Now, when it comes to healing, the main thing you have to realize is that just because I will say that this is I've seen this a lot when it comes to tanks or you're basically lower levels ARR type beat. The only real time you have to worry about actually genuinely healing is if, for some odd reason, your tank really doesn't know what they are doing, or they have, a metric fuck ton of vulnerability stacks, which is what that black mage had. What a vulnerability. I'll just show you. A vuln stack looks like that, You get hit by a mechanic and you take more damage. So, if someone has, a lot of vuln stacks, then, it's, not fun. But most of the time, you don't really have to worry about it. Yes, there's also another thing of healer anxiety. Yes, it is a real thing. Same thing with tank anxiety. That's a whole nother, video topic on itself, getting over tank anxiety. But when it primarily focuses the healer, especially when it comes to higher level dungeons, I'd say probably maybe the first or second, probably third dungeon of Heavensward. That's when most tanks get, their, major, mitigation. So you don't really have to worry about them. So the thing you want to the rule of thumb for healing in almost any content really is, how hard is the attack going to hit? How scared should you be, right? And does your party have mitigation? What's a mitigation, you would ask? A mitigation is something like Caracal, where it basically gives you, damage reductions. Tanks have this, DPS have this, and for DPS it would be, like Feint, or the other one I completely forgot its name because I'm goofing right now. But, does, what you're doing have mitigations? Most tanks will have quite a lot of mitigation. So you really just need to ask yourself, does this hit hard? Would someone die if they get hit by it and they're at, let's say 75% health? If no, don't really need to heal them. If yes, heal them. That's basically what it boils down to. Now, say you're doing, a dungeon or something, right? And in that dungeon, your tank used up all their mitigations. What do you do then? the main thing you want to do is wait until they're, about 0.5% health. 50%. Or maybe around 40. If you don't think they're going to survive, then what you want to do is heal them. But for the most part, as you can see me doing for this entire fight, it's basically just, attacking and healing using, stuff like Caracol, something like Physis. All healer classes have some form of shields or mitigations. Sometimes, you will have to be pretty, you have to, look, right? I forgot to stack. That's my problem. Nothing on you guys. But it really just boils down to, do you need to heal? If no, keep attacking, slap on a regen, because most classes will have a regen. Or shields, which there are two different types of class of healers. There's pure health, aka regen healers, and then there's shield healers, which is something like Sage or Scholar. Now, the best thing you want to do is, if you're a shield healer, always make sure your shields are up. If you're a regen healer, it's a best bet to, make sure your regens are always up. Just so you don't have to, focus really on healing. Sometimes, like this one, where everyone's being weird and you have to stack, you have stuff like Banheima, which is, a giga shields. But, it's not really that bad if you really think about it. Now, once I clear this, sure, let's do nothing fun here. But, just to, recap a little bit. If you were new, if you say, like, you just started the game and you want to be a healer, nothing wrong with that. If you, you played the game a little bit and, you played, like DPS or tank and you want to pick up healing, it's fine. The main thing you want to really realize with healer is that just because you are a healer does not mean you have to always be healing. Yeah, there's a reason why. This is why, most healers, mainly a thing on white mage, but it's a thing on all other healers, which you basically do not heal at all. You don't want to be like that. There are certain situations where you can. Like say like you're doing a savage for the first time and you don't really need to heal. You can keep doing DPS. That is the thing. Let's say reiterate this one more time. If you need to heal, then heal. If you don't, do DPS. Say you're doing, something in Endwalker, you should have Physis 3 and I don't remember when you get upgraded Caracol. I can look real quick. 78. Upgraded. Say like you're doing like intro to Endwalker, right? You have these. The thing is, another really, really big thing I don't see many healers doing is when you're in content, if you have it, always keep this button on cooldown. It is Lucid Dreaming. What Lucid Dreaming does is it restores MP. You always want to have it on cooldown or use it immediately when it's off cooldown, because sometimes something bad happens and say you need to raise someone and you don't have the mana because you haven't been popping Lucid Dreaming. It's just a really big thing is to always have mana, because you never know when something's actually going to go wrong and you got the, swift cast raise. Or, you just, if you really need that, just pray to God you have a red mage, or in the community we call them res mages. But with that, I would like to say have a great day. If you got to this point in the video, please like and subscribe. And remember, I love you guys. I love everyone. Stay goofy. I'm out.